Namaskar friends, myself Vikram Talwar. Welcome all of you on your own YouTube channel, Astro Journey, a Divine Voice. Friends, in our series of Brigu Nandinadi, today we are going to discuss about the important points or significant points that are to be remembered or examined when we are analyzing any horoscope. So without wasting any time, let's discuss that sub, subject. But before starting our discussion, I would like to request my viewers to please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Viewers, first of all, we know that all the planets move in a clockwise direction in the horoscope. And Rahu and Ketu always move in a anti-clockwise direction. But this kind of situation is considered, this way of moving the planets in a horoscope is considered only in South Indian style of birth charts. When we were discussing about North Indian type of birth chart or the birth chart that are made in Andhra Pradesh, there all the planets move in anti-clockwise directions and Rahu and Ketu move in clockwise direction. This is the major difference between a South Indian chart and a North Indian style of birth chart. Another important difference between a South Indian style of birth chart and a North Indian style of birth chart is that in South Indian style of birth chart, all the signs are stationary. Signs don't move. When they have to mark a ascendant, in which bhava the ascendant is falling, they are just drawing a line in that bhava. And that bhava is marked as ascendant. Okay. But in North Indian style of birth chart, the Rashis moves in the bhava. On the other hand, in South Indian style, these are fixed. Okay. So this is how the planet transit or make a movement in a birth chart, or their, you can say, or their movement is reflected in a birth chart. And I had already told you what are the basic differences between a South Indian style of birth chart and a North Indian style of birth chart. Now, if we will talk about the strength of the planets, Rahu and Ketu are considered as strongest in Bhrigu Nadi. Here, I would like to mention that in different school of thoughts, you may see a difference of opinion when people talk about the strength of the planets. Okay. After that, Sun is considered, if we are talking in a descending order of the strength, after Rahu and Ketu, it is Surya, Sun, then Moon, then Venus, then Jupiter, then Saturn, then Mars, and the weakest among all planets is considered as Mercury. Okay. Now, if we talk about the positional strength of the planet, how we will judge a planet irrespective to its positional situation. Okay. So the planet, if it is exalted in the chart, it is the strongest planet by virtue of its position. Now I am talking in descending order. Second strongest is the planet placed in a Mool Trikona sign. Then after that, of a planet that is Swasthana or placed in its own sign. After that, a planet that is placed in a friendly sign, then a planet that is placed in a neutral sign, or a planet that is placed in a Shatru Sthana or inclinational sign. The weakest among all is the planet which is placed in its debilitation sign or Nicha Sthana. Is the weakest planet. Now, if we if we talk about the combustion of planets, which planet is considered as combust? Okay, so there are different theories again in different school of thoughts. But if we talk about Bhrigunandinadi, if a planet is placed in the same quarter of a star, then the planet is said to be combust. Now, if we talk about what is the meaning of the same quarter, like a Rashi is divided into 2.25 nakshatras, and each nakshatra is divided into 4 equal parts that are called quarters or padas, and each quarter is of 3 minutes and 3 degree and 20 minutes. Okay, a combust planet is capable of producing common type of results, although it is very weak in nature, but we cannot say that it will produce nil effects. It will produce common results. And Venus and Mercury are not considered combust. Okay. Now we'll talk about the 5th point, planetary war or Graha Yuddha. Except the Sun, if any other planet is placed or conjunct with Mars, it is said to be in planetary war. Okay. Defeated planet. Now consider if there are 2 planets that are associated or placed in the same sign, but both are enemies. Okay. Now, if any planet whose degrees are less than that of enemy planet, then that planet is said to be a defeated planet. Okay, winning planet. In the same case, when 2 enemy planets are in a same sign, and the planets whose degrees are more than that of other enemy planet, then that planet is said to be a winning planet. Okay, let's talk about retrogression of our planets. Generally, all planets move from one Rashi, one zodiacal sign to another zodiacal sign in a clockwise direction in South Indian style of chart and in anti-clockwise direction in North Indian style of chart. And Rahu are, if we talk about, if I will try to explain about the nature of retrogression, how retrogression occurs, irrespective by the virtue of a South Indian style, then let us consider that all the planets are moving in a clockwise direction. And Rahu and Ketu always moves in an anti-clockwise direction. Sometimes we see that a planet, instead of moving in an anti-clockwise direction, moving in a clockwise direction in the zodiac sign, seem to be moving in a anti-clockwise direction. And whenever a planet is moving in an anti-clockwise direction in a zodiac, it is said to be in retrogression. Sun and Moon will never retrograde. Rahu and Ketu are always retrograde planets. So there are remaining 4 planets that sometimes are in direct motion, sometimes are in a retrograde motion. But if we try to understand what is actually retrogression means, now you consider that planets are transiting in the universe in a direct motion, in a forward motion. But as we are taking the position of the planets with respect to Earth in astrology, Earth is considered as the reference point, and we are measuring angular motion of all the planets and sun with respect to Earth. But in actual, the planets are moving, all the planets are moving around the sun. Okay, so if any planets that comes very close to the Earth, it seems from Earth that that planet is moving in a backward motion. But actually, it is moving in a forward motion, in a direct motion. But from Earth, as it is very close to Earth and far from Sun, during that time, it seems that it is very close to Earth, or you can say, as we are living on the Earth, our speed is more than that of revolving around the sun, is more than that of the planet we are observing from the planet Earth. So it seems that that planet is going in a retrograde motion. Actually, that planet during that time is very close to Earth and far from sun. Okay, I hope that my viewers are understanding this phenomena. It is a complex phenomena, but I'm trying to make my viewers understand in as simplest form as I can. Okay. So point number 9, if we observe, is retro to direct motion. See, if a planet assumes retrograde motion in any zodiacal sign and continue to move in anti-clockwise motion in that particular time for some time, it stops and its anti-clockwise motion and returns to the original position with clockwise motion till the planet returns to the exact longitude in degree, minutes and second where it becomes retrograde. It is said to be in retro to direct motion. It is only after it moves clockwise from the exact location of retrogression, and that is said to be in direct motion. So when a planet becomes retrograde and after from coming back to its original state of motion from retrograde to direct, that period is called retro to direct motion. Why? Because why we are considering this phenomena? We are considering this phenomena because when a planet moves from retro to direct, there are two more important stage of a planet comes that are very rarely discussed among the astrological channel. One is Stambhi. Okay, a planet that is moving from retro, coming from state of retrograde motion to direct motion, at a point comes when that planet seems to be stationary. We call it Stambhi in India. Stationary with respect to the Earth. Okay. That point of time, that planet is very close to Earth. Okay. And it sheds very powerful effects on the natives whose planet, whose birth chart is carrying a Stambhi planet. And when from Stamban it is going to direct motion, if we take a point from where it goes retrograde and again comes to the direct motion, in covering up that, catching up that distance, sometimes we see the speed of that planet is more than its usual speeds. That is called atichari. Again, if any planet, if it is in direct motion, but its speed is atichari, it's more than its usual speeds, its effect, it also at the same time it also gives malefic effects to the native. Okay. If we talk about the Stambhi planet or stationary planet that I already explained, The planet seems to remain stationary for some time after being in motion. This planetary condition is called stambhana. Okay. Generally, the signs are counted clockwise from Mesh to Meena in Rashi chart used in Tamil Nadu or South India. The signs are counted anti-clockwise from Mesha to Meena in Rashi chart in Andhra Pradesh and in northern India. This thing is already explained in the starting of the blog. Okay. And if we talk about Rahu and Ketu, always are in 180 degrees apart, opposite to each other in zodiac sign. Mercury is always moving either in the same sign or 12th sign or second sign from Sun. It will never move away more than one sign, either in rear or in front from the Sun. Okay. Venus will always be between 1, 2nd and 3rd or 11th or 12th sign from the Sun. Okay. It will never move away more than 2 signs, either in the rear or in the front of the Sun. Point number 12, transit chart. Whenever we are analyzing any birth chart, we must prepare a transit chart at the time of consultation. That is the time, date, and month and year of consultation. Okay. Then there is a Parivartana Yoga. It is a very important yoga. It is like planetary exchange. For example, when Mars is located in Venus house Vrishabha and Venus is located in Mars house Vrishchika, it is called planetary exchange. It is understood that planet Mars and Venus are involved in planetary exchange. This yoga gives very importance in Nadi astrology as well as in the other forms of astrology also, because very unexpected events take place due to this Parivartana Yoga, and this Parivartana Yoga is also known as the most important, most powerful yoga in any birth chart, if it is there. Again, we will talk about weak planets, where the planet is said to be weak in a birth chart of a native. If a planet is in debilitation, if a planet is defeated, if the planet is in enemy house, if a planet is between two enemy planets, if a planet is in association with Rahu and Ketu, and if a planet is in combustion, if a planet is in association with enemy planets, or if a planet is aspected by enemy planets. Now, how or when we say a planet is said to be strong? If a planet is in exaltation, if a planet is winning, if a planet is in friendly house, if a planet is in between two friendly planets, if a planet is in own sign, if a planet is in association with friendly planets, if a planet is aspected by a friendly planet. Point number 13, a planet will always give Karga Tattva results of the conjunction or aspecting planet. You can consider Karga Tattva means as significations. Okay. Irrespective of the sign in which a planet is located, it will give beneficial results if friendly planets are aspecting the considered planet from the places like 1, 5, 9 considered as in same direction, or 3, 7, 11 opposite direction, or a planet that is second and 12th, that is front and rear from the considered planet. It will give bad results if enemy planets are aspecting the considered planet from the above places. If a planet is not conjunct or aspected by any other planet, it will give Karga Tattva results of Rashi Lord in which it is placed. Okay. even though a planet is not conjoined with or aspected by any other planet, it will give beneficial result. If it is involved in planetary exchange with friendly planet, or conjoins the friendly planet, or getting aspect by friendly planet after house exchange. It will give bad result if it is involved in planetary exchange with enemy planet and conjoins the enemy planet or getting aspect of enemy planet after exchanging the house. Like, suppose there is a exchange between Moon and Mars. Mars is in Cancer sign, Moon is in Aries sign. Okay. And Jupiter is aspecting the Cancer sign. Now, after the exchange, you consider that Moon is in Cancer, and this your Mars is in Aries. Now, Moon is having the aspect of Jupiter, which is a friend of Moon. So here we will consider that Moon will give good results. Now, suppose in this same exchange, in place of Jupiter, there is Saturn. Now, Saturn is not a friend of Mars, neither a friend of Moon. And if the aspect of Saturn is there on Moon, it will be considered that the Moon will give malefic results. This is how one of the way to read a planetary exchange conjunction. There are many other aspects also. We are talking about one of a general idea. Okay. Whenever a planet is located in the same star path in which Sun is located, and it is said to be in combustion, the planet will not give much results. If the planet is involved in planetary exchange with friendly planet, or conjoining the friendly planet, or getting the aspect of the friendly planet after the exchange of house, it will give beneficial results. But if the combusted planet is involved in planetary exchange with enemy planet, or conjoining any enemy planet, or getting the aspect of enemy planet after exchanging of house, it will give bad results. When a debilitated planet is involved in planetary exchange and conjoins the friendly planet, or getting the aspect of friendly planet after the exchange of the house, we must assume the debilitation is cancelled. If it conjoins with the enemy planet, or getting the aspect of enemy planet after exchanging the house, it will give bad results. Or you can say it will add more to its miseries, or it will give more bad results, or its debilitation will increase. Okay. Even though a planet is in debilitation, if friendly planets are expecting the debilitated planet from the places like 159 or 3711, from debilitated planet 2 and 12, that is front and rear, from the considered planet which is debilitated. If enemy planets are expecting the debilitated planet, it will give bad results. If a friendly planet is expecting the debilitated planet, it will give good results. When an exalted planet is involved in a planetary exchange and conjoins up enemy planet, or getting the aspect of enemy planet after exchanging the house, it will give bad results. Hence, we have to assume that a cancellation of exaltation. If it is conjoins with friendly planet, or getting the aspect of friendly planet, the planet after exchanging the house, it will give beneficial results. A retrograde planet will always aspect the rear sign with half aspect, 50% of its strength, you can say. A retrograde planet will give beneficial results if a friendly planet is placed in the 12th sign from the retro planet. It will give bad results if an enemy planet is placed in 12th sign from retro planet. Okay. If a debilitated planet is in retro motion, and if a friendly planet is placed in the 12th sign from the retro planet, it will give beneficial results. Hence, we have to assume that the debilitation is cancelled. If an enemy planet is placed in the 12th sign from the retro planet, it will give bad result. If an exalted planet is in retrograde motion and an enemy planet is placed in the 12th sign from the retro planet, it will give bad results. If a friendly planet is there in the 12th sign from a retrograde planet, it will give good results. If a planet is placed along with Rahu, then that planet loses its strength, even if it is exalted planet. So, friends, here I will halt my discussion on how to examine a horoscope and what are the important points when we are examining a horoscope as per Brighnandinadi. Soon I will come back with another video, another knowledgeable video. If you guys are appreciating our efforts, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Namaskar.